Alrighty, guys. So today is September 26th, 2025. So I'm going to go ahead and go over the trade that I took today. So I made some money on QQQ puts today. So I was able to make $400 within the first hour of market open. So let me go ahead and tell you guys how I was able to do that. First, I'm going to go over my game plan that I had from yesterday. So I sent it to one of my friends last night. It was around 9:30 when I sent this. So let me go ahead and tell you guys what I was hoping. So I said, I'm hoping that we lose the fair value gap around 592.82. So that fair value gap is around 592.82 is around right here. Yeah, this was the fair value gap that I was trying to use. So we can go ahead and play the downside. Um, Unfortunately, because if you guys see, after market close yesterday, we had some movement, some consolidation, and then we had a bounce off of this fair value gap, which took us all the way to a previous high around 596. So we had the same shit happen in the pre-market, which was right here. So to clear this fair value gap, we tested it one more time, and then it took us back up to those highs. So I had to adjust my game plan. So my plan was originally to play puts from here. But when I saw that we rejected here, I was like, okay, let's go ahead and wait for us to create a fair value gap on the 3-minute chart. Once we create that fair value gap, if we don't clear this one up here and we reject again, I'm going to go ahead and play some puts. So what happened literally right off the market open was we created a fair value gap around, let's see, which one was the one that I used? We created a fair value gap right here. So we use candle one, candle two, and candle three. We see the gap between the top of candle one and the bottom of candle three. So that would be what we call a fair value gap here. So we immediately created that within like 9 minutes of market open. So I waited a little bit. I saw I came down. I saw we were about to lose the fair value gap here, but as you can see, it didn't close below. So, I mean, it went below, so technically you could have joined it, but you would have gone stopped out immediately. So we waited a little bit and then went ahead and saw that it came back up to retest the fair value gap that we had touched pre-market. And thankfully it rejected almost immediately. We saw a bunch of sellers were present right there, so we saw that good move to the downside. And then followed by this big red candle, which was a bunch of sellers coming in again. And this candle indicated to me that the sellers were in control. So I was like, okay, perfect. Fair value gaps here. This one came all the way down, bounced a little bit. Next candle opened up, and then boom, we actually lost it. So that was nice, right? We saw that once we lost that fair value gap that we had created, I was like, okay, let's go ahead and enter puts. So I entered puts around that 594 level. So, like I mentioned, I was initially hoping to enter it down here, but since we did create some new highs and a couple fair value gaps up at the top, I was like, okay, let me try and play it up from here. So I moved my game plan to this. So it was like this, and we were targeting, I was targeting these lows here of pre-market. So instead of hoping for that move to the 590, I just moved it up a little bit. So I was like, okay, maybe around here, which is where we saw a previous bounce. And like I said, I entered here. Immediately we saw that huge red candle, which took us almost all the way down to my take profit. But then we got a little bounce, which is totally fine. It's normal to get those retraces. And we saw a rejection here and just continued down to the downside where I hit my take profit right after. So I exited it here. I did leave a good amount on the good amount of profit on the table. If I would have held it for another 3 minutes, I would have made an additional like $500 to $800. Um, but yeah, I was just like, I'm just gonna go ahead and secure my profits. Um, I mean, I did get a little bit of FOMO, I'm not gonna lie, because I could have had $1,200 a day if I held it another 3 minutes, but it is what it is. Like I said, it is Friday. I don't try to hold my trades for that long. Try and get in and out super quickly. So a win is a win. You know, I was able to make $400 within 1 hour of trading, so that's pretty good. But yeah, so Honestly, this price action was a little bit all over the place. If we see after that, we had a push up, push all the way down, push up, push down. Again, during Fridays, if we get this type of price action, I usually don't take a trade, but thankfully I was able to catch this one good clean move to the downside, called it a day. This was a good opportunity for us to long here, but like I said, Fridays one and done, took my profits and went ahead and ran with it. So again, I was hoping to catch a move after losing the fair value gap around that 592.80 level, but because of the push we had to the upside pre-market, I caught some puts at a little bit higher point, but I stuck to the same strategy. I identified a low pre-market, created a fair value gap. Once we lost the fair value gap, I entered my trade. I'm using the fair value gap as my stop loss, and I'm targeting pre-market lows. So super simple strategy, but it's really effective. Like I said, if you guys have any questions, if you guys are wondering about trading, how to get started, or anything about what I just said, feel free to comment down below. Feel free to send me a message on Instagram. Like I said, I know me teaching you guys is still a work in progress. I've never really tried to teach anybody. So I'm kind of learning as I go, but I have been trading for 3 years now, and I'm very thankful to say that I've been profitable for the last couple months. And those past couple months have made up for all the losing that I did in the first 2.5 years. So I finally got a strategy on lock. It's been working out super well for me. So yeah, man, hopefully I can teach you guys how I do this. And like I said, if you guys have any questions, please feel free to reach out to me. Thank you.